Here we are with Mahadi and Amir from the refugee strike campaign in Berlin. And first of all, we ask you what is the refugee strike experience, which are the people taking part to it, and which are the claims.
Yeah, I can say that all these things that related to the European or German policy about the refugee actually made the people crazy, problematic, and through one of these tragic things that happened in the Würzburg, the refugee people that was from different countries decided to do something by themselves, and they started a protest march to come to the Berlin. After that, they established a camp there and continued their fight on the street. The main three demands, apart from the whole general other ones that I can just mention them, is first stopping the deportation, abolishing the residence village, and also closing the law, actually against any isolation that is forced by the German government and behaving like the criminal with the refugees. But also asking for the job permission, for a study, for learning language, all is included. But I can say, unfortunately, until now, we have achieved, instead of all this fighting and staying on the street, we reach nothing, because it seems that they have a very general strategy and
So you are planning a march in Brussels to the European Commission. Why claiming for a European response, a European answer?
Yeah, actually, after this 1 year experience and fighting in Germany, we find that just local-based fight against this strategy or policy is not enough. Most of the things happen in European way. For example, I can speak about the deportation that happened through the doubling to other countries. Even there are so many activities that cause that there is no more, for example, deportation jail in Berlin. But it doesn't mean that it solves any problem. The problem just goes somewhere else. And this is what we found, that the German strategy is forcing other countries, especially the countries like Italy or Greece that are on the border, to have more problem and just let everything go out of the Germany. So it's so much necessary to bring the level of fight to the European wide and see in a more general way, especially the relation, for example, between Europe and Africa. It's so much based on racism, and we feel that without changing this relation to some kind of sisterhood or brotherhood, it's not possible to change anything. Even when something is small changed in the Germany, it doesn't mean that something happened. For us, it's nothing, because the people who are in Germany, most of them come from the very, very bad situation from these borders of the Europe and not directly to the Germany.
So what you just said is linked to our proposal to join in Lampedusa in the end of January from a campaign talking about European citizens from Lampedusa to Europe, speaking of refugee rights, migrants' rights, starting from the borders regime. What is your impression on the influence of borders to the life that then migrants and refugees experience once they arrived in the territory?
Cool. I'm Mahdi from the Refugees Protest Camp in Berlin, and we are 100% in solidarity with Lampedusa campaign, which is taking place in Berlin and in Hamburg, with two different German cities. And why we are in solidarity with Lampedusa people? Because we think that what's happening to the refugees in whole Europe and whole of the world, it just touches us, because it's the same fight and the same struggle and the same demands. And what's happened and as just my fellow refugees was talking about, we are taking the fight to a very international level, because simply it's the same fight. It's the same fight. I mean, we are not allowed to move, and I think the freedom of movement is a very, very much basic human being. If you are not allowed to move from here to here, that's the most horrible thing that can happen to a human being. And I would like also to put a comment that we as strike, we will find a way to take part in Lampedusa campaign last of January in Italy. I don't know how it looks like, but rather either individually or as a movement, we will definitely take part on the event.
Yeah, we welcome you because we think that your support, your inputs are really important because we believe that the bad reception made to people arriving to Europe is happening also when they live in the territories with the control of their lives and denials of rights. So you're welcome to Lampedusa.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.